Right now, at this very moment, millions of people are living lives that feel empty, going through the motions but never really feeling alive. They wake up each day wondering if this is all there is, feeling disconnected from their true selves, and unable to shake the feeling that they're meant for something more. If you've ever felt like you're wearing a mask, playing a role that doesn't fit, or struggling to find meaning in your daily routine, then you're not alone, and more importantly, you're exactly where you need to be to begin a profound transformation. Here's what most self-help gurus won't tell you. The reason you feel lost isn't because you lack ambition or intelligence. It's because you've never been taught the most fundamental skill of all, how to truly know yourself at the deepest level. Napoleon Hill discovered that every successful person throughout history mastered this one thing first. They aligned their mind, spirit, and purpose into an unstoppable force. Today, you're going to learn the exact process they used and why this alignment is the secret that can transform not just your results, but your entire experience of being alive. What you're about to discover will challenge everything you think you know about success, happiness, and what it really means to live authentically. This isn't just another motivational video. This is your roadmap to becoming the person you were truly meant to be. Most people walk through life wearing masks, playing roles that society has assigned them, never stopping to ask the fundamental question that could change everything. Who am I really? This isn't about your job title, your relationship status, or the car you drive. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of all personal development, and without it, you're building your dreams on quicksand. Think of it like trying to navigate without a compass. You might be moving, but are you heading in the right direction? The power of self-reflection begins when you dare to look beyond the surface. Napoleon Hill understood that true success starts with an honest inventory of your thoughts, beliefs, and desires. Take Sarah, a marketing executive who thought she knew herself until she realized she was living her parents' dream, not her own. When she finally asked herself what truly made her come alive, she discovered a passion for teaching that had been buried under years of shoulds and supposed tos. This moment of clarity became the catalyst for her transformation from corporate climber to educational entrepreneur. Here's something that might surprise you. Most people spend more time researching their next vacation than they do understanding their own core values and life purpose. Start with this simple exercise. Write down 3 moments in your life when you felt most alive and fulfilled. What were you doing? Who were you with? What values were you honoring? These breadcrumbs will lead you to your authentic self. But here's the real question that will keep you thinking. What if everything you think you know about yourself is just a story you've been telling yourself to feel safe? Your mindset is either your greatest ally or your most dangerous enemy. And here's the kicker. You get to choose which one it becomes. Every thought you think is like a vote for the person you're becoming, and most people are unconsciously voting against themselves thousands of times a day. Napoleon Hill called this the difference between a success consciousness and a failure consciousness, and the gap between them isn't talent, luck, or connections. It's the quality of your mental discipline. The mind is like a garden that will grow whatever seeds you plant in it, whether you're paying attention or not. If you're constantly feeding it doubt, fear, and limitation, don't be surprised when your life reflects those same patterns. Consider Michael Jordan, who was cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of accepting that rejection as truth about his abilities, he used it as fuel to develop an unshakable self-belief that would eventually make him a legend. The same event that could have destroyed his confidence became the foundation of his greatness. The only difference was how he chose to interpret it. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined, which is why visualization and positive affirmations aren't just feel-good exercises. They're reprogramming tools. Spend 10 minutes each morning visualizing your ideal day, feeling the emotions of your goals already achieved. Read books like Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz to understand how your mind works like a goal-seeking missile. But here's what most people miss. The real magic happens when you align your conscious desires with your subconscious programming, and there's a secret technique that can accelerate this process dramatically. When Napoleon Hill spoke about spiritual alignment, he wasn't talking about religion. He was talking about connecting with the infinite intelligence that flows through everything, including you. This isn't mystical mumbo-jumbo. It's about recognizing that you're part of something much larger than your individual struggles and ambitions. Think of it like tuning into a radio frequency. When you're aligned, you receive clear signals and guidance. When you're not, there's nothing but static and confusion. Intuition is your internal GPS system, but most people have forgotten how to use it because they're too busy listening to the noise of external opinions and social media comparisons. Steve Jobs famously said that you can't connect the dots looking forward, only backward. But there's a deeper truth here. When you're spiritually aligned, those dots start appearing more frequently and clearly. Practice meditation for just 10 minutes daily, not to empty your mind, but to quiet the chatter so you can hear the whispers of wisdom that are always there. Apps like Headspace or Calm can guide you, but the real breakthrough comes when you learn to access this state naturally. Here's something profound. When you align with your spiritual nature, synchronicities start appearing everywhere. The right book falls into your hands, the perfect opportunity presents itself, the exact person you need to meet shows up at just the right moment. This isn't coincidence. It's the universe responding to your clarity of purpose. But most people miss these signs because they're looking for giant neon arrows instead of subtle nudges. Share in the comments, what was the last synchronicity you experienced? Because once you start noticing them, they multiply exponentially, and there's a specific practice that can help you attract them more frequently. Your life purpose isn't something you find like a hidden treasure. It's something you create through the intersection of your gifts, your passions, and the world's needs. Too many people are waiting for a lightning bolt moment of clarity, but purpose often reveals itself gradually, like watching the sunrise. It starts with small glimmers of what makes you feel most alive and grows into a burning conviction that you can't ignore. The question isn't, what's my purpose, but rather, what am I being called to contribute? Purpose without action is just a pretty idea, but action without purpose is just busy work. The sweet spot is when your daily actions become expressions of your deeper calling. Look at Oprah Winfrey. Her purpose of empowering others through storytelling wasn't immediately obvious when she was struggling as a young reporter. It emerged through years of following what felt authentic and meaningful, even when it didn't make logical sense. Your purpose might not fit into a neat job description, and that's perfectly fine because the world needs what only you can offer. Start by asking yourself, if money weren't an issue and failure wasn't possible, what would I spend my life doing? Then take it deeper. What problems do I feel compelled to solve? What injustices make my heart ache? What possibilities make my soul sing? Write these answers down and look for patterns. Read Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl to understand how purpose can sustain you through any challenge. Invest in experiences that stretch your perspective. Travel, volunteer, learn new skills. But here's the paradox that confuses everyone. Sometimes your greatest purpose emerges from your deepest wounds, and understanding this connection might be the key to everything. Knowing who you are is one thing. Actually living as that person every single day is where the real work begins. This is where most people stumble. They have moments of clarity, but struggle to integrate those insights into their daily habits and decisions. It's like having a beautiful architectural plan, but never actually building the house. Authentic living requires the courage to disappoint people who expect you to remain small, and the discipline to choose growth over comfort, even when it's inconvenient. Personal transformation happens in the gap between who you've been and who you're becoming, and that gap can feel uncomfortable, even scary. Your old identity will fight to maintain the status quo because change, even positive change, threatens its survival. This is why people often self-sabotage just when things are going well. The key is to expect this resistance and have strategies ready. Create accountability systems. Find a mentor, join a mastermind group, or work with a coach who won't let you hide from your potential. Surround yourself with people who see your greatness, even when you can't see it yourself. Start each morning by asking, how can I honor my authentic self today? And end each evening by reflecting, Where did I compromise my truth, and what can I learn from it? Keep a personal development journal and track your growth like an athlete tracks their performance. Read books like The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz and Atomic Habits by James Clear to understand how small, consistent actions create massive transformation. Invest in courses or seminars that challenge your thinking. Tony Robbins events, for example, can shift your entire paradigm in a weekend. But here's the ultimate question that will determine your success. Are you willing to become the person your dreams require you to be, even if it means leaving behind everything familiar? Everything you've learned today means nothing unless you take action. And I'm talking about real, committed action that scares you a little bit, because it's so aligned with who you're becoming. The world doesn't need another person going through the motions. It needs you, the real you, showing up fully and authentically in your unique way. Stop waiting for permission, stop looking for guarantees, and stop believing the lie that you need to have it all figured out before you begin. This channel exists to help people like you break free from mediocrity and step into the extraordinary life you deserve. We dive deep into the principles that actually work, not just the feel-good fluff that leaves you empty-handed. I want to know, what's the one thing you discovered about yourself today that you're going to act on this week? Drop it in the comments, because your breakthrough might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Are you ready to stop playing small and start living like the powerful creator you truly are? If this resonated with you and you're serious about transforming your life, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because we're just getting started. Every week we're going deeper into the secrets of personal mastery that Napoleon Hill and other great minds discovered. Your future self is counting on the decision you make right now. Don't let them down.